In this video, I'm going to set up the structure for managing my email. To do this, I'm going to go to Gmail settings. This is the little cog on the right hand side just below the icon here that looks like a person. If I click on this, I will go to settings. I will then click on the link that says labels. Under system labels, you will see all the labels that appear on the left hand side just below the compose button. You can choose which of these labels you want to show and which ones you want to hide. One that I recommend you turn on straight away is the one that says All Mail. All Mail is going to be the archive for all of our email. Next, we're going to create some labels of our own. So scroll down all the way to the bottom and then click on Create New Label. My first label I'm going to call Action. And I'm going to click on Create. I'm going to create another label, and this label I'm going to call Waiting. I will create another label, and this one I will call Reading. As you can see, these three labels don't appear in my list on this side unless I hover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of these other labels and make sure that Action, Reading and Waiting does appear in this list without me having to hover over it. So I'm going to hide the one that says Circles, and I will hide the one that says Important. Now I should have Starred, Sent, Drafts, All Mail, Action, Reading and Waiting. My labels are now set up and ready for use. So if I click on Inbox, I can now quickly go through all of the email that I have in here and decide what do I want to do with these emails. If I click on the first link, I can see that this is an email from Google. So I might say that I'd like this email to go to Reading. So I'm going to click on the little folder icon here, and if I hover over it, it says Move To. I'll click on the drop down and I will send it to Reading. This takes me back to my inbox, and I will go to the next email. As I look at this email, I can see that this email describes how I can change the layout of Gmail. This doesn't personally appeal to me, so what I might do is I'll just send it to my archive. Now I can go here to say Move To, but I can simply click on this first icon here next to the arrow, and if I hover over it, you'll see Archive. If I click it, it will send it immediately to the All Mail label. So I'm going to go to the next one now that says Get Gmail on your mobile phone. And this is something I really want to do, but I don't think that this will take me 2 minutes. So I'm just going to send this one to the Action folder. The last one says 4 things you need to know about Gmail. This looks like a little bit of information that I'd like to read a little bit later. I don't have time for it right now, so I'm going to send it to Reading. Now my inbox is empty and I've sent all my email for later processing. Now, an important part of this system is that it's a system that requires review. So whenever I find myself with free time and I know that I should be doing something, I can simply go to my action label and see all of the emails that require me to take action. If there's a number of emails in here, I can go through them one by one and make sure that I get my tasks done. If I have some discretionary time or I need a break, I can go to Reading, and in here I will find a couple of emails that I can read through in some of my spare time. It's always good to review this waiting label from time to time just to make sure that it is empty and that I'm not relying on someone else to perform some tasks. One thing I can do to help me quickly see these labels is to assign a color to it. So for example, my Actions label, I might want to give this one a blue label. For Reading, I might change this to green just because green seems a little peaceful. For my Waiting, I might change this to orange just to act as a warning that there are tasks that require doing and I might need to remind someone. This is a very basic setup for helping you get a little bit more productive with your email.